Welcome everybody. NICO Scarlet Moon here with your Path Watchers report on the incoming wave that will be here to stay for all individuals, groups, collectives, and experiences. For the third week in a row, we have the Sun. The fact that this is presenting for the third time regarding a wave that is here to stay is testament to its growing intensity. This continuation and amplification of the energies of this transition is getting quite profound. The displacement frequency and return to soul family is in full swing. And that, in and of itself, is expanding and evolving. Starting now, there is a release from contractual spiritual attachment, illustrated by the Hermit, to allow for development and evolution through true organic, non-karmic connection at a soul level. Remember, soul groups are not connected through contracts or stories. Oversoul connections are not mandated through records nor any form of past life continuity. Of course, soul families share past life experiences and stories, but they are natural, organic occurrences. In fact, this wave sees a major dismantling of soul contracts and contract structures. Soul contracts shown to be detractive, limiting, or in any way an interference to conscious evolution are now dissolved and abolished. This is occurring at the highest Oversoul level, with much assistance and oversight at the angelic level. This applies to individuals as well as groups. In fact, many who have already felt into these waves will be needing to make room for new additions this week. I continue to deeply welcome the return of my soul family. I have a video discussing oversouls for those who are curious. Links below. In the beginning, this process may be uncomfortable and perhaps a disturbance to some who may not be familiar with this new dynamic or understand the light behind it. It is a much more quick, healing, and elevating adjustment for those who move and shift with this flow. Much more than the alternative. Without judgment, step back from any internal or external pressures to postpone this transition by re-engaging, reattaching, or reprocessing looping cyclical experiences, false narratives, stories, and agendas. This is an incredibly high vibrational autonomous light doing this work. Embrace. Remember, this is medicine. This is grace. True soul family reunions will continue to occur more and more from now on. Freedom from that which will not go or let go is much easier now. Not only that, but beginning now, detrimental attachments and pervasive instances of stagnation will be completely dissolved, as the reordering of freedom from old agreements substantiates on all levels. This dismantling will be allowing all beings to be free of obligation to uncomplimentary contracts and stories in order to fully embrace those which are pure and organic on the soul level. Okay, Virgo, now that we've had a chance to look over the incoming wave and see what's going to be coming in here for everybody, not just you, but, everybody, not just for this week either, let's see how it actually lands for you this week. Well, for your archetypal themes, behind everything, we have the Empress upright. This is the card of the Space Keeper, and that's exactly the energy that I feel coming through her right now. This is a week where a lot of you Virgo people are going to have to work very hard to make sure that you understand how you want to be holding your own home space, your own home territory, and how you actually make a home when it comes to the world you want to experience and live in. With the Empress card upright, this week is going to be all about you creating a sense of kingdom, allowing yourself to be delving in much more deeply into how you want to house everything that you want to keep in your reality experience, and what does and does not actually fit or belong in that space, and what you will or will not support in that space. with the Empress card upright, we're getting a chance to do a great deal of shifting, renewing, and removing. And a lot of you are going to be finding that with the Empress, you're getting a chance to actually move forward with a lot of loftier plans and loftier creations, because the resources and the opportunity will actually be there. However, with the Empress card upright, it's important to also understand that the way we actually keep our space, our garden, and all of that can only support so many types of creations at once. It's time to look around and see what we've been committed to. Where do we need to pull out roots to plant new things? Where do we need to uproot so we can be more free in our movement? Where is it that things need to be shifting that we've gotten too attached to? The Empress card is also giving a great deal of generosity to you during this week. A lot of you may be forced to make some decisions that a leader would have to make. Some things that not everyone will understand, and some things that not everyone will appreciate right away. In fact, as we get on to news and arrivals, with the Ten of Swords in reverse, when it comes to friends, when it comes to relatives and your peer group, there is something wonderful happening here. Because with the Ten of Swords in reverse, we have something coming back to you. Something that was never given its proper chance to exist or to have a life with you. The Ten of Swords reversed is giving this opportunity freely for those of you to recover a connection, a resource, or maybe an opportunity that we didn't have a chance to flesh out or explore entirely because of other circumstances. This could be going back years or even decades, but with the Ten of Swords in reverse, a lot of you are also now having your chance to breathe the first bit of life into something that we were only shown a glimpse of in the past. However, as we get down to the material and business concerns, we have the Three of Swords upright. And what I'm getting here is that this is you, but I don't see you as necessarily feeling any kind of betrayal or heartache, but you are knowing that there is something going on in your financial, material, or professional or creative commitments that cannot accommodate your loftiest dreams and goals. In fact, I'm actually feeling a very interesting vibe from this card. You will be receiving an opportunity to embark on a deeper journey, a deeper adventure, something that really works for you. But you will have to make a decision that will ultimately look like a betrayal or create even a destructive ripple effect in a space that you're in. With the Three of Swords upright, this could absolutely indicate maybe even breaking the hearts of a coworker, a boss, or quite possibly even something that creates a chance for you to have a big break. But unfortunately, it may be a disruption to those who are sharing interests with us in some other way. With the Three of Swords upright, a lot of you Virgo people need to remember the Empress. Okay, this is about not only doing what's in the highest interest of all concerned, but understanding that there is always a destructive process when it comes to transfiguration, transmutation, and alteration of one's space and one's energy. In fact, with the Three of Swords, I feel like a lot of you Virgo people may be feeling this sense of guilt, or maybe feeling a sense of fear, of maybe doing something that actually is ultimately a part of your, I guess you could say, your grander plans, your grander creations, your grander service, however that is determined in your life. Possibly even getting your big break. But with the Three of Swords, it can often feel as though we are afraid to do so, knowing that it may actually end up creating a ripple effect for others that does disrupt something that they've going on in a cycle of their own life. However, with an understanding of that, there's always ways to plan around it, to mitigate, and of course to do what we can to make sure that as little pain as possible occurs here. However, with the Three of Swords upright, sometimes these things are unavoidable, depending on how fixed other people are in their patterns, or how unequipped the circumstance is to handle change. It may not be as easy for some as it would be for others. So make sure, though, that you're always honoring at least your own truth, and that you are paying attention, that, when the gift horse comes and the opportunity comes, you do not put yourself in a circumstance where you are allowing an unpleasant situation or something that is ultimately not taking you in your highest trajectory to persist because of a fear of making waves. As we get down to love and relationships, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And I'm not actually getting so much sorrow from this as more of a sense of disappointment. There is something wonderful occurring here. But with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, a lot of you Virgo people are most likely going to be finding yourself in a space where you can't jump the gun for it. An unreasonable or maybe just a little bit impractical opportunity will be showing up for both available and for coupled Virgos. Something that definitely hits the mark when it comes to a fantasy fulfillment, or possibly even, yes, its own big break as it relates to a relationship goal or agenda. But the Ace of Pentacles reversed is saying step lightly here. It's not exactly smart to jump in head first with whatever this is. Delay your own gratification, and that's all the disappointment you'll have to deal with. But if you decide that you want to say, screw it to delayed gratification, my impulse needs it now, it could be a lot more difficult. A lot of the times the Ace of Pentacles reversed, all we're seeing is something that's simply being mistimed. It's not something that's impossible or even improbable, but it's something that we need to get away from the now or never thinking in order to have in its highest way. So that is what I've got for you, Virgo people. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.